Hello and welcome to the Writecome.com podcast, where we help you to make money from your words. Each episode will be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies you can use to make more money from your writing, publishing, and marketing to your fans and audience. Let's get started with your host, Barry J. McDonald.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very welcome to today's podcast episode from Writecome.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled, Today is Your Bowling Lane. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a bowling alley. Now, I'm probably preaching to the choir, but for the handful of people who have maybe never been to a bowling alley, if you are a beginner, what you can ask for the operator to do on the day is to put up the guardrails. Now, these are almost like training wheels for beginners, in that if you throw the ball widely to the left or the right, the ball won't go into the gutter. It'll kind of ping-pong its way down the bowling lane until it eventually hits the pin. So there's no way you can actually lose out. And that's what I want you to keep in mind today when you are working in your business. Now, a lot of us unfortunately will throw ourselves back into the past, or we will throw ourselves into the future. We will remember that bad book review we had last week, or we will remember how that project we tried to do, maybe it was a training course, whatever, how it was a complete failure. Or maybe right now we may be throwing ourselves into the future. We may be looking at a book we are doing right now and we're thinking to ourselves, oh God, I'm only starting this book, but I've got 600 pages ahead of me. Or maybe you are looking left and right, and maybe you're looking at someone else on social media who has a huge following, and maybe you've only got 10 followers, but you are looking at the 10,000 followers that they have, and you are mentally throwing yourself into the future, imagining what your life would be like with those 10,000 followers. But what I want you to do today, this isn't only just for you, I'm actually recording this podcast episode for myself just as a reminder, is that we need to focus on today. Today is the only bowling lane you can play in. If we imagine we've got bumpers on today, so we have this morning when you got out of bed, that is your starting point for today. And then we have the bumper this evening whenever you retire and go to bed or whatever. So you've got these two guardrails that you can only work between. You've got the morning and you've got the night time. Now that means you can't go back into the past. It means I can't go back into maybe that horrible book review I got last week. There's nothing I can do to change it. Now, if I can, maybe I can go back in and maybe re-edit my book description, maybe to make it better or whatever, but I can't make any changes in the past. And again, too, I can't pick myself from today and lift myself into the future when that book is finished or when I have those 10,000 followers. I am just going to have to be happy with the 10 followers I have right now, and that is where I need to focus my time and my energy. So what I want you to do today is just focus on the bowling lane of today. You can't play yesterday's game and you can't play tomorrow's game. You can only focus on today's game. It's almost like going on that journey of 10,000 miles. You need to focus on it at one step at a time. And unfortunately, a lot of us maybe are looking off into the distance and maybe are looking at the 600 page book and they're thinking, oh God, I've got 600 pages to write. Rather than focusing on the 600 pages that are ahead of you, just focus on your feet today. Focus on the 10 pages you maybe need to complete today. Or if you are maybe a little green-eyed of maybe somebody on social media, or maybe somebody who has a great writing career, maybe they have a huge catalogue of books. Again, just keep looking at your feet today. Have a look at maybe the 2 followers you can gain today. Have a look, as I said, maybe the 10 pages you can write. That book will be completed, and that book will turn into 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, 4 books, or whatever. But what I want you to do today is I want you to focus on playing your bowling lane and playing the best game you can today. A good lifetime is, built on one day at a time. It's almost like a brick wall, in that the better you lay the brick today, the better the wall is going to be in a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. And the only thing you can focus on is just laying your best brick today. So keep that in mind today. Stop throwing yourself back into the past and stop teleporting yourself into the future, because those lanes aren't open to you anymore. The only one you can focus today is today's game, and that's what you need to keep your mind on, and stop wasting all that mental bandwidth looking anywhere else. Have a lovely day today, and thanks for your time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the Writecome.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.